I did do a retake just to show you the cards. These are the cards, and I'm going to turn them over so that you can see. Okay, the crumbling. This one here is trust your path. And the third card is the mirror. So the three cards is trust your path, the crumbling, and the mirror. Hello, friends. It's Linda. It's Sunday. And I'm just calling this Let's Breathe Sunday. So this is Let's Breathe Sunday. You know that sometimes I do my videos on Sunday. Not all the times, but quite often. And often I do some sort of sacred moment, some sort of sacred time just to kind of reset. Sundays are my day for that. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm outside on my back deck. And I'm out here just to reset, recharge, rejuvenate. So I'm just calling it, come breathe with me. Let's breathe Sunday. Let's take the moment to be grateful for all that we have, all that we've been through and triumphed over. Even though there may be hiccups along the way, somehow you've made it through. And for me, that has been through my spirituality, my connection to the divine, my connection with God, the Creator, that come what may, and some things have come my way in my lifetime, I've been able to breathe through it. So I'm going to take a moment. Why don't you join me just to take a breath? You know, sometimes life just comes at you and you need to take the moment to take a breath. Even during my work day some days, I just stop and breathe because I'm thinking about it. I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do that. And you're in this rush. And sometimes just the action of stopping and breathing resets you, refocuses you so that you can go on to the next, or that you can just stop and pause. In the Bible, after certain Psalms, it'll say Selah. And that is the name of what I call my ministry, of what I do in spiritual coaching and readings and anything that I do for anything that is part of my spiritual business. My business is called Selah Ministries, meaning pause, stop, take a moment, breathe, and think on that. And sometimes we just have to do that. Pause, take a deep breath with the count of 3. Release, reset, rejuvenate, and know that this too shall pass, or all will work out. Either or, it works out just fine. And it has always. Sometimes it hasn't always worked out the way that I envisioned it, but it worked out for my good. All things work together for our good, for those who are called according to the Lord. And that is a verse. So today, part of my reset is usually that I pick a card or two. I am going to pick a card from my Work Your Light Oracle cards. I don't know, I'm so connected to these cards and I just love them. So we're going to do our card for the week kind of thing. Excuse me, I'm shuffling. Can't always see that. Can you hear the birds and everything? It's just a beautiful day here in Hendersonville, Tennessee. That's where I'm at, very near Nashville. So it's what they say, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So I'm out here, I'm bringing you out here with me, shuffling my cards. And you can't see me, but I will put the cards up so that you can see them. And we're going to do a 3, that's what I usually do, just a 3-card draw. And if I can, and you guys will excuse me, my photography skills are not the greatest. And I'll be the first to admit. But I'm going to put the cards down where you can see them. Put the phone down so you can see it. I think I'm gonna have to put the cards up so that you can see them. I'm sorry about that, but I thought I could do that, bend that down. But anyway, here are the cards, 3 cards. I'm just gonna, from Work Your Light. I love the back of these cards in the soft pastel colors. The first card that we have is this one. And it says, trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? I feel that that is so appropriate for me. Sometimes we all go through that moment about, what am I doing? Da 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 da. People question me. We are on the right path, and we just have to trust the path. Trust what we've been gifted, we've been called to be on the path that we are on, and we just have to trust the divine for the steps that go along each way. We just are like barefoot priests. They walk on the ground. They don't always know what's on the ground, but they keep walking. And so that to me is saying, trust the path. Because if you just let go of all your inhibitions, everything that you think that may be holding you back, all your questions, all your fears, and they were all gone, you would still be doing the same thing because you're called to this. And it took me a minute to get that. The next thing I see midweek is the crumbling. And it says, what are you clinging to? What are we clinging to that no longer serves us? Some of the things about going on your path is that you're going to have to let some things go. Let some fears go. Let some dynamics in your life go. Let some people go. Let some things go, especially those who are not helping you, or almost, and they're hindering you for being on your authentic path, to being your authentic self. Anything that makes you adjust to fit in, not to dim your light, and to be who you are truly called to be, because who you truly are called to be is a very powerful person. You are called to be yourself, to light a path so that others could also go through the path and you could help them along the way. Mirror is the last one. And it says, who or what is triggering you? Man, these are really all coming together and connecting. Sometimes we have people in our lives, sometimes in our own families, who trigger us. And maybe I call it, please don't take me to that level. You know, people who take us to the level we don't even want to be on or aspire to be on. Who is that does that for you, to you? We need to monitor and watch those people. Sometimes they're in our own family and in our own households, and we have to figure out how to cope, because it's not like we're going to leave them or whatever, or you know, we may have to decrease our interaction with them or find other ways to interact with them. But there are some people that co-worker that are in your outside circle. We have our inner circle, and those are the people that we love and care about, and they are in our inner circle. A lot of times they even can trigger some things, and sometimes you just have to decrease your interactions. But those in your outer circle, you can let them go. Hate to say it that way, but sometimes those are disposable, and especially if they're causing inner conflict for you. And then sometimes we ask, why are they triggering us? Is there something I need to clear? Is it something I need to do personally myself? Is there some shadow work or some work I need to do on myself still? You need to do that first. And then the second is do I need this person in my life at this moment? It doesn't mean you go and tell them, hey, you know, screw you, whatever. You just don't be around them. You don't interact with them. They're not where you are or going toward your path or helping you in any way along the way. If anything, they're hindering you. Then sometimes we have to stop and reevaluate. And as an overall for the whole week, as I look at these three cards, trust your path, the crumbling, and a mirror, they're so interconnected. You have to trust the steps that you're taking for the path that you're on. Sometimes it appears things are crumbling, but in the midst of that, there's beauty sometimes, and sometimes we just have to look for those beautiful moments and watch the old patterns that we are clinging to that no longer serve us, as you can see in that. And finally, the mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Assess that. Work on self. Move on. Have a very, very blessed week. So glad to get to spend some time with you. I'm just outside enjoying the trees and the yard and everything, and taking a deep breath. As we go on to the next week, remember, sometimes there's solace and peace in just a breath. Be blessed.